Hello everybody, this is Thermomix blogger Helene at SuperKitchenMachine.com, and I'm here today with Tenina from CookingWithTenina.com, and we're doing another few questions. But before we get started, we want to be very clear that neither of us works for Thermomix, and we're not affiliated with Forwerk or Thermomix, and not trying to represent either of those companies. We're both passionate about the Thermomix kitchen machine, though. Well, you know, we're not the only ones who are passionate like this. There are more and more people every day, and there are more and more bloggers out there, I've noticed, who are not affiliated and not selling the machine, but who are passionate and are blogging about the machine like we are, and that's really fun to see. Yeah.
It's a pretty exciting machine. You can't help but love it, can you?
No, and I'm sure it sells itself. I've never been involved with selling it, but I bet it does sell itself like that. Anyway, we're going to go forward with a few more questions, and then we'll take another break. And
Sure.
and I've got a surprise question for you here, which is, I would like you to finish this sentence, please.
Here we go.
Okay. The thing I love most about Thermomix is...
Its flexibility, speed, and the way it can change your life,
Yeah.
change your eating life.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I agree with you, of course, but that's a hard thing for people to hear, I think, and believe when they don't have the machine. But everybody who owns it says that, and but it sounds so evangelistic, I suppose, or impossible, doesn't it? But
Yeah.
once you people out there get your own, you'll know that we're not kidding, right? Okay, and another little fantasy question for you. I know that you have traveled a lot and you've cooked for a lot of people with a Thermomix. And if there's one person that you could prepare a Thermomix meal for, anyone in the world, who would it be?
I think it would be the president of Forwerk International. And I don't know who that is, to be honest. But I think it would be really awesome fun to do something like that.
Yeah. And what
To show him how great his machine is and what it can do, yeah. Not that he doesn't know, but, you know.
I'm wondering what you would serve for him. What would you cook?
Oh, I don't know. That would be a pretty careful menu that I would select, I think. But I think umami would be involved, just quietly.
Oh,
Yeah.
good idea, good idea. And because you were able to travel so much as recipe developer for Thermomix Australia, and you had so many great experiences, you've been to so many great food countries, just wondering which was your favorite, or maybe not while you were, working for Thermomix, but maybe at some other time. What's your favorite place to
Yeah.
eat?
I think Singapore. I spent a lot of time in Singapore. My sister-in-law used to live there, my brother and sister-in-law, and I used to visit them quite frequently. And I love all Asian cuisine. I love Vietnamese, I love Thai, I love Chinese, and so on. But in Singapore, you can eat any cuisine from anywhere in the world, and it's authentic, and it's beautiful, and it's fresh, and yeah. So I think Singapore for eating is the place to go. But Melbourne, Melbourne's a pretty close second. There's some beautiful restaurants in Melbourne and some amazing things happening in Melbourne with food. That's, a fantastic place to go eat as well.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Melbourne, and I know there are more and more master chefs in Australia, and some of them are in Melbourne, and they have the Thermomix.
A lot of them do, actually. It's really interesting when you go and have a fantastic meal. You can almost pick the Thermomix recipe from the menu. I can kind of go, well, if they don't have a Thermomix for that, I'll be interested as to how they would make that. Yeah, there's some fantastic stuff going on, really experimental and just beautiful food. Amazing.
Yeah, it makes me want to go to Melbourne, that's for sure.
Yeah, come down. We'll go eat together. I'll
Well,
meet you.
some people who follow my blog or follow the forum might know this, but I don't travel well. So I won't be going to Melbourne anytime soon. I can't fly. It doesn't agree with me. So
Swim.
I do love to swim. Good idea. Now, you're looking very relaxed, I have to say, for somebody who has such a busy life. I want to just recap what you do. You're twittering all the time, you're Facebook all the time, and then I see these incredible recipes appear on your blog. Beautiful photographs, a recipe a day, if not more than that. And I think, how can this woman possibly do it all? I think that not only are you using the Super Kitchen Machine, but you are a superhuman now too. So how do you do it? I read that you went to the gym too, and I don't believe it.
Well, I don't go to the gym as much as I should to burn off all those calories that I eat, that I make. I think Thermomix just makes it easy for me to cook so quickly that I honestly don't think it's difficult to do amazing things with that thing, with Thermomix. I know that sounds totally trite and like I'm flogging something, but seriously, it's just quick. I can do a pastry, I can do a bread, I can do a gravy, I can do, it just complements everything that I do in the kitchen. And I eat every day, so I blog every day. I don't blog every day, but I do eat every day, and I do photograph probably every day. It gets a little tragic around here. My kids are like, "Can we have a piece of that? Have you taken a photo yet?" And that they know now that if the photo hasn't happened, then they're not allowed to touch it. And yeah, I just do what I do. Some days I have a big day, so I might cook, 6 or 8 things, and then I've got mileage for a week.
Right.
So yeah, and Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, they're all connected. So it's a one-hit wonder. I put up a picture and then it hits all 3 streams so that I get all my audience. So yeah.
But what I forgot to mention in that list of all the things you do is that you are also teaching classes now and traveling around the country.
Yes, that's so exciting. I love it. I love interacting with people. It's just so exciting to go and meet a bunch of people who are like you. They're passionate about Thermomix. They want to get the most out of their machine. And so I am running a few classes. They're advanced Thermomix classes, so they're not the basic class that is offered, generally speaking, in Australia.
Okay.
And it's actually more difficult than I imagined, to be honest, to put together a class that works. I worked as the recipe developer doing just that for 3 years, but now putting something together that's advanced, that fits into the time frame, that has something new in it, that's interesting for people to see or to be inspired by. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to sort of be rushing them out. So I am taking my time. I did rush out the first one because I wanted to see what the reception was like, the audience reception, because I've only been on my own since July 4th, Independence Day, as it happens. That's when I started my business. So I actually, I'm now sort of regrouping, and thinking about what it is I want to be and do for Thermomix. So I've done my first class, and now I'm working on my next menu. But I'm not going to rush things. But I love meeting people. I love meeting people who are passionate about Thermomix. I have a lot of interaction on my Facebook page, and it's fantastic to just, be doing this new thing. It's sort of what I've been doing, but it's on my own, so it's a little bit more exciting, to be honest. There's a bit of a risk there, Amazing.
And you're a judge in the dairy competition or something too. That's a tough job, isn't it?
That is so fun. It's awesome. And actually, I've learned so much doing that. It's really interesting how everything I get to do, it's just a learning curve for me, and I just feel like I learn every day. So I love that about what I do. It's great.
Well, you do have a new career coming up because there's something that we're going to talk about after the next break that we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, all right. We'll see you on the other side, everybody.